Hello everybody, I'm Steven and today we're going to be making something cool. And this time I'm actually going to show you how to make something cool. So, this is a monster truck, or the base of one, and it's got incredible suspension, essentially, is the main selling point of this. So you have on each wheel, the suspension here, which allows it to go over small bumps. Then we have here, I'll click off this, there we go. We have this swivel joint, allows for the entire front and back to twist along this axis around there, and then it's got additional support here all around, and really I'll just show you. So here we go, you can see that it's kind of, the suspension's taken up a little bit of slack and it's a little bit wobbly, but that's just the suspension with a bit of give in it. That was the first level done. This one is a little bit more powerful than I would like, but that doesn't really matter. You've got steering, and it can go over pretty much anything, to be fair. So I'm going to show you how to make this, and it looks very complicated, but it's not really too bad. So, we'll delete it, and I'll show you how to make it. You want to start off with 2 wooden blocks here, and then your swivel joints, which I showed you before. And we're just going to make the basic shape of the monster truck. Like that. And then what you want to do next is we're going to make the swiveling, that mechanism there, and the suspension in that regard. So we'll make that shape there, and on the other side too. There you go. And then delete the sections at the bottom so that it's just floating. After that we're going to add the suspension, the springs, here they are, to the bottom of there, and you want to set them to a spring constant of 0.5. So there we go. The next thing that you're going to need to do is brace them to the each side like this, and at this point we effectively have that bit sorted. The next thing that we need to do is add the steering on the front. So decide which way you want to be the front. I'm going to say this side facing towards the house. And I'm going to add steering columns there. Where I want to place that, let's try deleting this. There we go. You might have some trouble with intersections, but in the end it should be okay. And then on top of them you're going to put some sliders. And on this side you're going to do the same with the sliders. So there we go. Again, on the front, underneath, we're going to put some swivel joints on the front, and at the back we're just going to put wooden posts, like that. And then we're going to add the suspension on each wheel. There we go. Front and back. And set your spring constant. I like 3. If you put it any lower, it tends to, as you saw before, it was wheeling, and that only becomes more extreme when you have a lower spring constant. I'm going to add 2 wheels on each using the new large wheels from version 0.05, and I'm going to give the front wheels about twice as much power as the back wheels, and that will also help it not fall over as much. The outside wheels I'm going to give no power whatsoever, they're just there for more traction. And so there we go. Oh, not quite. You then want to brace these pieces so that they don't just fall over like they were about to there. And once you've done that, oh no, still more, still not too much, you want to attach the sliders to the suspension here, and after that it should be ready to go. Yep, there we go. Let's try the steering. Steering's working, driving's working, and that is essentially your base. And you will have noticed that on my other design I had a more complex design in here, and all that was to try and stop it from wobbling so much. It's fairly simple. All I had was your 3 suspension there, brace them together, and then add sliders. And if I remember correctly, the sliders need to be attached to here, because they don't automatically attach. And there we go. That is the basis of your monster truck. Let's try it out. There we go. It will pretty much destroy any terrain that you can throw at it. Occasionally you'll have problems with it being too big, but it's a monster truck. When's that ever been an issue? Just to show you a little bit more, I will show you... which one is it? This one? Is it 13? Solomon's Flock. Here we go. And you'll notice the nice hill, so we'll go and destroy the hill. You do need to be careful when reversing, because when you're reversing, essentially the back wheels have more power, and that's going to be an issue. But here you go, we'll watch it go up the hill, and you'll see that there's never really a time where any of the wheels leave the floor. And that's what you want with an off-roader, because that means that you've always got as much traction as possible. Just knock a tree down. You know, it's all fun and games. Down the hill we go. And, oh, it didn't fall over. That was quite good going. There we go. So, here's your monster truck base. Feel free to add whatever you like to it, and certainly comment if you do. I'd be very interested to see what you can make with this design. It's quite exciting. I look forward to seeing you and what you can achieve, and I hope you have a good day. I'm Stephen, and hopefully I made something cool. So, bye bye.